Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today on my menu, we are having lasagna roll-ups with a bechamel sauce. It's really simple and you can eat it any day of the week. These are the ingredients that you're going to need. I'll put them in the description box below. It's really simple, like I said earlier. But let's get started.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is chop up my vegetables to saute them with my meat.
Guys, please be, not too harsh on my knife skills. I'm not a chef. I am a home cook and my food just happens to taste good. So I was struggling a little bit chopping it, like how I see Gordon Ramsay chop it on TV. But just gonna dice these up so we can add them to a hot pan with some olive oil. Now that our vegetables are chopped, we just want to add this to a pan that's already on the stove. You want to cut your stove on a medium-high heat. And here, I'm just adding about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to my pan. Then I'm going to throw in my chopped green peppers and onions and let that saute or until they become translucent. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of minced garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and let that simmer for a couple of minutes. And once it starts smelling good, you can go ahead and add your meat. I'm just adding the minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic. I'm just using minced because I don't like to chop garlic. It's just irritating. Yeah, so I'm using minced garlic that's already chopped and just stirring that around. And once you give that a couple of stirs, you're going to add your meat. I'm telling y'all, at this moment was when I was going to risk it all. It smells so good just with the onions and the green peppers and the garlic. It just, the aroma around my kitchen smelled really good. But yeah, just mix that around, give it a couple of stirs, and then you're going to add your meat. Okay, so I'm adding hamburger meat and then I sliced open hot Italian sausages. I just took it out the casing and I just dumped it in there twice apparently. And I'm just chopping it up. You just want to make sure it is finely chopped up. You don't want big pieces. Well, I don't want big pieces in my lasagna roll-ups. I like my meat to be, well, I like my meat to be small now that I eat, but you get what I'm saying. So you just want to, make sure the meat is, keep chopping until the meat is brown. And once it's brown, I will come back to let you know what to do next. So here I am just adding my seasonings. I'm adding garlic powder, pepper, oregano, and some Italian seasoning. My soul is connected to my food, so I can't really tell y'all exactly how much seasoning to add. Pretty much when my soul says stop, I stop adding seasoning. But season it to your liking. And once it's done seasoning, continue to let it brown and let it simmer and absorb all those flavors. Okay, so once your meat has browned and looks something like this, you want to strain it and then put it back in the pan. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my Prego traditional sauce. You can use whatever type of sauce you like. I just happen to like the Prego traditional sauce. It's easy to spice up. But I'm adding, I think I added about a jar, maybe a jar and a half. I like my meat to be saucy. So if you're doing it my way, add about a jar. Or until it looks a little something like this. And now I'm just adding some fresh chopped basil and some chopped tomatoes. And I'm gonna let everything simmer, and it smells and looks delicious. I like to add spinach. It looks like a lot, but once it cooks down, spinach cooks down to absolutely nothing. I might have to add more. But I like to have spinach in mine. This whole family loves spinach, so add some spinach. And you just want to let this cook for however long. The longer, the better. All the seasonings. Oh, I forgot. Got to add more seasoning. With each step that you cook, I feel like you have to add seasoning. So I'm just adding my tomato paste, just half a can now. And I'm going to let that simmer until all my other ingredients are done. So it took me about 30-40 minutes. So the longer you let it simmer, the better it tastes. All of the ingredients can like merge and marry together and have kids and grandkids, and it's just gonna come out bomb. BOMB.com. Okay. So we are ready to make our bechamel sauce. So what I did was add 2 tablespoons, more like 2.5 tablespoons of butter to a pan over medium-high heat. Once it fully melted, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of flour. Yes, we are making a roux, ladies and gentlemen. And we just want to stir it. You guys know how the good old roux thing works. I'm changing to a whisk because the spoon was just not working for me. So just whisk that together for a couple of minutes. You don't want to burn your roux. You don't want to let it turn brown. You just want to get that floury taste out of the mixture. So once you get to this point, you're going to add cold milk. Some people add warm, but it clunks up the flour mixture. If you add cold, I learned that from Chef John. Hey, Chef John. Yeah, you won't get any lumps. So you just whisk that until it starts to become thick. Now, remember when I told y'all not to throw away that rest of the tomato paste? That's because we're going to put the rest of the tomato paste into our bechamel sauce to make it like a tomato-based bechamel sauce. I use the bechamel sauce because I'm not a big fan of ricotta cheese. I've never liked it ever. So the bechamel sauce works for me. And I just like my lasagna to be meaty. Also, the bechamel sauce was getting kind of thick, so you can, if it's too thick for you, add more milk. Just work with it. Make love to your food. Also, I didn't put it in the video, but you want to season your bechamel. I just added some pepper, salt, and a little bit of nutmeg. And once it's thick, you can set that aside until you are ready to assemble your roll-ups. Okay, so now I'm gonna boil my lasagna noodles for about 7-8 minutes. I'm boiling 8. I'm only rolling 6, but I'm gonna boil 8 because sometimes, you know, they fall apart. I just need extra. So once they're done, you want to strain them, and then you should be ready for the rolling part. So the first thing you want to do is add the bechamel sauce first. Just want to go ahead and layer that up. You don't want to add too much because you don't want it to seep out. But you want to add enough to where you can taste it. Okay. Now you want to be generous with your meat. But not too much because you don't want it to seep out. When you get to the end, you just can add just a little bit. Now you want to sprinkle a little bit of cheese, but not too much cheese, so you'll sprinkle some cheese on top. Honestly, you can add as much cheese as you want. I'll take that back, because some people love cheese, so they will go crazy on that part. I like cheese, but not to that extent where I have to go overboard. Now you just want to roll it into a roll. I'm going to start this way. And you just roll it. Be careful. Some might seep out on the sides. It's going to be fine. And once it is rolled up, it should look something like this. Now I'm going to roll all 6, and then I'm going to come back and show you how I place them in my baking pan. Okay, so now that they're all rolled, I just put some Prego sauce in the bottom of my pan, and I'm just adding some meat sauce. I like my lasagna meaty, so I'm going to place the rolls on each patch of meat sauce that I put in my pan. And once they are all placed, it should look something like this. Now I'm just adding more meat sauce on top with more Oregano sauce. And then I'm sprinkling some mozzarella cheese on top. And once you do all 6, it should look something like this. And you just want to place this into your oven on a preheated 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. Also, put a tinfoil on top, and if you want to, just spray some olive oil or some Pam on your tinfoil so the cheese don't stick to your tinfoil and mess up your presentation. Because remember, presentation is key. That's what you're gonna learn about me. And you just put that in the oven for about 40 minutes. And let's see what it looks like when it's done. She's your queen to be. It looks, she looks, child, she looks good. She looks really, really good. So this is a close-up. And now we are ready to plate this bad boy. Now I'm emphasizing this presentation thing because you want your food to look good. You don't go to a fancy restaurant and get served slop on a plate. Presentation is key. I'm just using a plate that I got from Walmart and just taking a spatula, and I am carefully lifting it out because you don't want it to fall apart. And just placing one, not in the center of the dish, but one on the left and one on the right, but not too far to the left and not too far to the right. You want to be like center of stage left and center of stage right. Something like that. Then remember that sauce that we put on the bottom, that extra sauce and extra meat sauce, you can go ahead and just align that around the actual roll-up. Okay, now I'm just sprinkling some parsley on top, and that is it. You are done and ready to eat. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and follow your girl on Instagram at Moni_menu. See you on the next video.
Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. It's Moni Menu. I'm new to YouTube. My first video. Hey! Too high. Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. So I'm new to YouTube. Hey! So today I'm going to be making and when I say this smells so good, it's so good. Y'all follow, it's so good. She is hilarious. I just watch her because she is, I subscribe to her channel. She is funny. She be having me laughing when she be dancing. This is my first video. I'm new to YouTube and blah blah blah. I'm gonna record over this. Biggity bomb, biggity bow, 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 bow. Then I think about my mother. The real head is thanks a lot. Thinking that you're better than I am. Boy, you think you rock. At Moni_menu on Insta, and let me do that. No, you know what? I'm just gonna be talking right here. Shoot, I don't know what else to say.